Welcome back, everyone, to the North American LCS Summer Playoffs, hitting your browser live from Seattle and the 10th annual PAX Prime. What's up, everyone? I'm David Freak Turley. With me is the man who's won Mr. PAX 3 years running, Sam Kobe Hartman Kensler.
Okay, I'm still looking for Miss PAX Freak. Tell me if you find her.
I will let you know. Anyone in the audience want to be Miss PAX? Got a couple.
That was not very many.
No, sorry, Kobe. It's okay. We've got a best-of-5 series coming your way between LMQ and Team Curse. Guys, the winner will take third place and lock in the last spot from North America to compete against the world's best in the 2014 World Championship. So, of course, a lot is on the line for these two teams that are coming off, honestly, disappointing losses in their semifinals yesterday.
Oh, man. For LMQ, they had a long day on the Rift, battling out with TSM in a back-and-forth 5-game slugfest. To be so close to their goal and let it slip away is really disappointing and tough for any team. But LMQ started strong, and they were able to trade blow for blow with TSM. And then in Game 5, LMQ had an uncharacteristic collapse and were handed a crushing defeat. One of LMQ's strengths was XiaoWeiXiao, who never slowed down, putting up tremendous effort all 5 games. He even managed to get that pentakill in a game that LMQ would later lose, and that's actually the first time that a player has scored a penta, but not been far enough ahead to win the game in the LCS this season.
However, on the other side of the Rift is, of course, Team Curse, and they were coming in with a lot of hype. They 3-0'd CLG a week ago and were widely considered to be the dark horse to watch. But what goes around comes around, and even though they 3-0'd CLG, they got 3-0'd by Cloud9 yesterday.
Yeah, and that was an absolute massacre. A couple of quick numbers from that series. In 3 games, Curse only picked up 11 kills while giving up 52 deaths. And they did not take a single dragon. They only took down 6 turrets the whole series, and Voyboy gave up the first blood in all 3 games. We have heard Voyboy and the team making a real point of focus to snap that forever 4th streak that everyone talks about. So it's going to be hard for them coming off such a complete loss to Cloud9, but during the regular season, they had far more success against LMQ than they had against Cloud9. And part of the reason for that, watching these games, is that the way that Curse handle LMQ's forward fighting style, sort of in the same way I like to compare it to a judo master, they'll take their opponent's momentum and then use it against them. Curse usually wait for LMQ's aggressive move, and they attempt to turn it around on them. And to do that, they need very good defensive warding. Also, you know, Xpecial has been a rock for this team throughout the playoffs. And so far, he's got an 83% kill participation, and he will be doing everything in his power to join Dyrus and Yellowstar for their 4th straight Worlds.
It'd be a cool record to keep up if he can do it. Now, the pressure is on for Curse and LMQ. The stakes couldn't really be any higher, and both teams are preparing to leave it all in the Rift.
今天是3-4名争夺，也就是最后一个名额进入 S4 总决赛，所以说这个对我们非常重要。
I think LMQ is going to be tough. They played pretty well against TSM overall, and that was a really close series.
I think we just got to be focused on what we have to do against LMQ. We know what we're capable of, so we just have to believe in ourselves.
我们和 Curse 的比赛，从常规赛到现在是比赛，他们的中路打得特别激进，对我们威胁很大。
我们自己的话，打科尔斯这个队是有不小的压力的，所以说我们会去更认真的对待它。
If we win, we make it to Worlds and hopefully come out strong.
Well, ticket to Worlds on the line. Let's have a look now at the starting lineup, though, for this series. On the blue side, LMQ with Ackerman in the top lane, NoName in the jungle, XiaoWeiXiao in the mid lane, Vasilii on AD carry, and more on support.
And on the red side, it's Curse. Up top, Quas in the jungle, IWillDominate, mid Voyboy, AD carry Cop, and support Xpecial.
And now this takes us into today's featured matchup, a throwdown back in the top lane with Ackerman versus Quas.
Yeah, once again, Quas is in the featured matchup, and for a good reason. He has shown a lot of growth over the year and the ability to execute many different playstyles for Curse. Despite Curse's loss to Cloud9 yesterday, Quas continued to be a point of strength for his team, and he may look to attack Ackerman early in hopes that Ackerman is still shaken from that rough game 5 against Dyrus. But all split long, we've been getting a ton of LCS big plays from Ackerman. So one bad game does not make him a liability for LMQ. He's still a very skilled player, of course. And he will also be looking to get back to Worlds because he was in the World Championship last year, and he will be hungry to fight his way back there again this year.
So we're going to see then if the pressure is going to mean much for these guys. I actually remember talking to Quas yesterday before his match against Cloud9, and I was like, so you're relatively new to the professional scene. How many big lands have you played, actually? And I was like, outside of like the regular LCS games. He's like, PAX last year.
I was going to say, funny thing, remember PAX last year?
Yeah.
We also talked to him before the game, and he was really nervous. He was having problems getting his mouse sensitivity down. Thankfully, they've got that all covered this time around.
Sure.
And he's definitely going to be coming into this PAX with a lot more confidence than last year.
Absolutely. And it's still the weird thing is like how much big stage experience, big crowd experience do the teams have? Sometimes it just does affect you, you know? When Curse 3-0'd CLG, that was back in the LCS studios. And it was a commanding victory. They didn't really look shaken at all. Suddenly a bigger crowd, new fans out here, and they don't look like the same team. Like, what if that is still the case for Curse here, even though they've got a lot of veterans?
It's really tough to decide which one's harder to come back from, like an absolute crushing defeat or then a long, hard-fought battle. I mean, sometimes quick and painless is easier to come back from. But man, did you see the passion in the LMQ faces there?
Yeah.
Vasilii especially. They are going to give everything here. Everything is going to be left out on the field.
Yeah, I expect the Manamune to come in for Vasilii. This tier was fully stacked at the end of that video. But no, seriously though, it's really interesting just how it does matter. I actually personally would rather be in LMQ's shoes though. TSM have looked really
you fired
good.
up.
Yeah, you had some great games, right? You've seen this like repeatedly. XiaoWeiXiao has been carrying teams. You know he's still holding up really well, for example. And I think that's a good place to come from. Just get everyone else to keep up with the games they were putting on yesterday.
All right, well, let's see who's got passion in the first game. Quick look at these picks, man, here. Nunu has been a big part of it. There's so many to go after, though, right now, and especially in this matchup here, a lot of importance should be placed on Tristana because it's Vasilii's favorite champion. It is also Curse's favorite strategy. The duo AD with Tristana mid is where they found so much of their success. Even if you don't even take into account the record Trist has and currently in North American playoffs, if you just look at these two teams, it's very crucial for both of them. And if she's not on the ban list yet, neither is a mid lane ban. So, okay, well there she is. But the mid lane left wide open for these guys. Yasuo, huge for both of them as well.
Absolutely, but the Ryze comes in as well, and we've seen Ryze sometimes being chosen as a sort of mild counter pick in the matchup. It is interesting that Curse did flinch first on the Trist ban. What I also like is LMQ just carbon copied Cloud9's bans. They're like, worked against them, dropped the same 3 in, no big deal.
And I like the first pick from them too. Not only is the Ryze a very strong top lane matchup right now, especially with so many top lane bans going down, but it also, as you said, protects you against the Yasuo, makes Curse second guess themselves in that matchup. Now that matchup, you can still come out of that matchup and actually play into it and not come out with too much of a deficit, but it does put a lot of extra strain on that mid lane.
What do you think the odds are LMQ does the exact same pick and ban as game 1 and just goes Lee Sin Yasuo right now?
As of right now, decent, but the hover over would definitely say something different. Vasilii's second favorite has been Lucian for a very long time. He was one who really popularized the champion in North America. All of the top LCS AD carries saying that they learned a lot from his Lucian play specifically.
Yeah, and honestly, he is an incredible player. This is interesting, though, as you think about the picks and bans. There's actually no reason for NoName to pick Lee Sin early on because NoName doesn't play the champion, yet he does it anyway.
So there's also no reason for them to take Lucian that early, except that Voyboy sort of hinted at he had been playing Corki mid as well. Again, we have to caution everyone against it just because it is a possible strategy for them, but Cop is definitely well equipped to take that champion as well, so still could be a flexible Corki pick for them. Curse have really put a very high priority on this Lulu though. Again, first picking the Lulu, they did it a lot yesterday in their series, and people were trying to wrap their heads around the pick bans that Curse were going for yesterday, but they go right back to it.
And the thing is, it is one of Ackerman's most played top laners as well, that we'd already locked in Ryze for himself. But the Braum's going to come through, fighting up against Nami down in the bottom lane. Elise does come in for Dominate.
And I think we really have to be expecting a Yasuo pick here from XiaoWeiXiao. They've got the Lee Sin all ready to combo with it. NoName and XiaoWeiXiao have loved this combo. As soon as they hit level 6, Lee Sin, Dragon Kick available, they go for one of those combos and try and just force an early skirmish. Lee Sin and Yasuo both are good in those mid lane skirmishes early on. We'll see if they try and do that once again. Definitely plays into their forward fighting style.
Oh no, they're looking at maybe Twisted Fate for themselves. Now typically, when we see TF get picked up here for XiaoWeiXiao, it's actually 5th pick red side to guarantee his lane matchups okay. But as the 3 seconds tick on down.
The thing is, if you pick TF2, then that definitely opens that door for the Voyboy Yasuo. Because that's a mid lane. TF is very, very fragile. It's super hard to move him around to any lane besides the mid lane. Yeah. Especially since you want him in mid lane to be able to teleport to both sides. So it's committing to that mid lane and sort of taking away the flexibility of Ruiz. Curse doing a good job holding on to their mid pick for last. So they can have pretty much any counter to TF they want. There's a lot of things you can run into this TF. Yeah. A lot of them have to do with people, assassins that can just straight up kill TF, keep that kill pressure on him, and you bring in a bunch of jungle pressure as well. You go to the source of that global, try and take it out before he's effective. That being said, Ackerman on Ruiz also will probably stick to this teleport and be running that.
We'll have to see how much the team can then help XiaoWeiXiao get out of the laning phase. And there's the hover on Yasuo, and Voyboy's going to play it here.
Yeah,
Yasuo very mid lane.
Expected lock in there from Voyboy. Not only has it been great for XiaoWeiXiao and he got a penta on the champion, but Voyboy was very, very quick to pick that up as soon as Yasuo came to power. That being said, the last 2 picks from LMQ do give them a lot of mid-game pick potential. Twitch, if they do a lane swap and get him up to that Blade of the Ruin King very quickly, then as soon as he gets that, he'll be assisted by a TF. And one of the things that you can sometimes do against Twitch is if you have Braum in the area, you can sort of stand there and try and fight him if he opens up on you. But if there's a TF also on that team, it's so hard for anyone to do anything except completely run away from any Twitch ambushes.
So LMQ, a lot of playmaking available to them and a lot of fear, I think, struck into the hearts of Curse, but it's Voyboy's Yasuo could be plenty strong. Now, guys online, let's see who you think is going to be winning and competing on the world stage after the best of 5. Right now on LOLesports.com, 58% of you say it is going to be LMQ winning this series.
But keep casting those votes over on Twitter. Send in the hashtag either hashtag LMQ win or CRS win to LOL Esports, and we will continue to check in and see how the fan vote shifts during this series. They've definitely been prone to shifting.
Yeah.
Especially after the first game. It's been very telling.
Yeah, honestly, the votes have been shifting more than Dignitas' mid laner. But overall, though, I got to say that the PAX crowd here has been very vocal. This is the first time you've attacked me for a bad pun.
I made sure to throw it in front of your face, though. I wouldn't actually hit your beautiful face.
That's good. I mean, you'd never miss a shot as Kobe anyway. So, you just keep teeing him up.
Let's get into this game here because Curse, they've gotten one of their favorite combos. You know, talking about the last 2 picks there, Braum and Yasuo locked in for them. That's a great AoE knock that they can use. They also have the Lulu, so there are plenty of tools that they can use to assist Voyboy on this Yasuo and, you know, give him the confidence to be on the front lines where he likes to be.
Absolutely, and it's just going to be about who he can reach with that as well. I know in the last series we saw Hai be really patient with his ultimates. He wouldn't try to go on anyone but the AD carry or mid laner. And I do have to wonder how much damage Voy can do if he goes on someone like Ackerman.
Sounds like Curse do have the local crowd supporting them. Pretty standard lane opening here so far. Looks like standard lanes, standard ward placements here. Everybody holding on to their trinket wards. Till the 1 minute mark or so.
And again, yeah, these are smart trinkets that spot late invade routes. So both teams can guarantee nothing really fishy happens.
Yeah, with the importance of the first game here, nobody really want to try anything too risky yet.
I would.
That's why you're on the desk. What? That wasn't even like a dig or anything.
No,
he's been on.
That's true. That was completely valid.
Let's see here. Ackerman hovering down bottom, though, so maybe they will pull off this swap, try and get that Twitch up to his Blade of the Ruin King as early as possible, as we thought we might be looking for those early picks. They try and get to that mid-game as quickly as possible, you know, get Vasilii strong enough so that he has the threat that they can actually go for those moves with XiaoWeiXiao.
And look at the confidence of LMQ to think that Curse isn't lane swapping. Vasilii's walking into his lane by himself. And we're going to have a Twitch Lulu top lane.
Now,
full lane swap.
With that lane swap, we'll keep an eye on how well Moore is able to position himself. I always like to see the supports stay hidden as long as possible. Use the brush, use the fog of war to try and not give away their position so you don't have to give up those early dragons. So many teams have really done a good job of pulling off lane swaps without giving away the early dragons.
Oh my gosh, look at that fight. Voyboy.
That's why we were a little bit curious as to the last picks there. But XiaoWeiXiao has shown so many times how confident he is with TF and getting through the early phase. Ackerman gets circled around on.
And Moore's room, but Exhaust is already on. Can they pick up a kill there? The auto attack, the Q's gonna land on Ackerman. He might have to flash. The stun is on the Phosphorus Bomb. There's the flash in. Finally, Exhaust as well from Moore. He's still trading back. Out he goes.
Ooh, that travel time on Phosphorus Bomb. Big change there for Corki. I know he did get more damage for it though, but Ackerman able to get out the exhaust, and this is all due to Moore hiding in that brush, not giving away his position. So they thought it was gonna be a straight 2 versus 1, but Ackerman trades his flash for the exhaust. Moore had to use his as well, so pretty favorable trade for Curse, getting 2 summoners, well 3 summoners if you count that teleport for coming back.
Yeah, and that's the thing, he's had to go back to lane before he could finish tier, which could actually really slow down Ackerman's growth in this game.
That's a very good point. They are sending some jungle pressure down there though. See if NoName can even this one up. Dominate still clearing, going with a bit of a hard clear here. He's already level 3 doing wolves as well. Maybe he ends up down there.
Right now, NoName's going to be patient, just clear away the double golems for now. Dominate's going to grab the white.
Okay, so still has the option of going mid as well. Voyboy did get a lot of good harass early onto XiaoWeiXiao. So XiaoWeiXiao starting with those boots and 4 potions, having to chug through them fairly early on. Pings do go down. They saw the ward here from XiaoWeiXiao, so that will dissuade Dominate, but Xpecial's been able to get around it, and he knows it. Now, if you hug this corner, you can get past the bush ward. That's the only drawback to putting it right there. And since they saw him place it, they can work around that information, knowing exactly what XiaoWeiXiao is working with. Dominate, though, lagging a little bit behind. Oh, they're covering their backside before they go for this aggressive move. This is going to be hard press for XiaoWeiXiao. He has Ghost and Flash, though.
All right, the card's down. Knock up there for Voyboy. Ooh, the flash by XiaoWeiXiao. Knew it was coming. But still, good by Curse.
And the roam from Xpecial not punished very hard. Looks like Moore will try and answer back, get some extra vision for XiaoWeiXiao now that he is 1 summoner down.
Boy, still trading. That takes a turret shot for his troubles, though. I think that was actually a bad trade for him.
Yeah, he almost was going to get off another Q.
In comes NoName. Gold card lands. Oh, blocked by the windfall. But here comes Moore. There's the knockup. There's first blood for LMQ.
The answer roam. They call in their support in jungle. Able to collapse all the way on Boy, but since he's pushed up to the turret, perfect timing there from LMQ. And they're able to answer, get that first blood, and relieve so much pressure onto XiaoWeiXiao. Get Twisted Fate to level 6 much quicker. That's going to help out the side lanes as well. Let's see how well they can roll with this momentum, though.
And XiaoWeiXiao's going to have such a big lead now, though. He's easily going to get 6 first. He's now up in CS here as well. Voyboy had to back on just a Doran's Blade and Brawler's gloves, so there's going to be a really big Twisted Fate in this game. I want to see what happens when the lanes finally settle out. First time we're seeing this top lane. Vasilii actually doing amazingly against Quas.
Yeah, which doing very well here. Does get a lot of harass back. I do want to talk a little bit more about that mid lane interaction though, because sometimes, you know, when you're the receiving end of the gank, your team comes to gank for you, it gives you a lot of confidence and you press up and you play very aggressively. You have to change your playstyle as soon as your team leaves because you don't have that support. Sometimes you get this sense of false confidence where you just had so much extra pressure behind you, backing you up. You still have to be wary about those counterattacks. And LMQ preyed on that style very, very well, taking advantage of Voyboy once again, who has had a problem so far here at PAX with the early game. Let's see how he claws his way back, though. He's still 45 in CS. Not going to hurt him too much. XiaoWeiXiao is that level 6, though, trying to clear out vision on both sides of him so that he has the threat of the TF gank. just by clearing out vision around mid lane, LMQ can get a lot of pressure and force the side lanes of Curse to play more passively. That's why LMQ are committing so much to clearing out all this vision around mid lane so they can use this mid lane TF that got the first blood, that got that level 6 very early, to extend that sphere of influence past mid lane and control the entire map.
And they're even preventing Curse from stopping that in the first place. You can see the pink board on the left-hand side, the extra wards put down across the wall. They can watch Dominate running around. They can watch Voyboy running around. Yep, he's not going to have a successful gank either.
They knew that pink board was there, so he wasn't going for a gank. He was going for clearing duties.
Yeah. You're going to see this bottom lane still holding up. 5-4 versus 6-3. Ackerman had a lot of solo XP here. More about to hit level 4 himself, though.
Yeah, more doing a lot of roaming. But LMQ are picking up on pretty much just what Cloud9 did against Curse. Everything with the top laner plus support bottom lane, taking an AD carry that you want to swap, like Trist or Vasilii here on Twitch. Similar idea.
I think it's so smart, though, because Curse repeatedly are picking lane bully AD carries for Cop. He plays a whole ton of basically Lucian and Corki over and over again. And you nullify that lead by giving him basically a lane that doesn't matter.
And Vasilii definitely doing extremely well in the 1v1 matchup anyway, getting that solo experience, getting that extra income for his early Cutlass here already completed. Doing a great job against Quas up there.
And Twitch is supposed to lose, I think, literally every single dual lane matchup without a serious support mismatch, which is why we see so many Twitch lane swaps, and yet he's winning his 1v1. Like, this is not what's supposed to happen with these lineups.
His laning pressure did get hurt a lot. Let's see how his first gank goes out, though. He's got the Cutlass, as we said. Twisted Fate's in the area to back this up, too. Really, really good defensive play from Curse, backing off right there. That would have turned horribly. It would have been a guaranteed dragon because TF was ready to come down. They've got Ackerman already there. The entire team moving for the dragon. Curse don't give up kills, but they are going to give up this objective here. Quas has teleport.
They're not going to try, though.
Nope.
Good smite. That's going to now Quas comes in, and Voyboy's on the flank. They find Ackerman. He's one hit from dead. There's the wind wall. More taking damage as well. They can't quite find the kill, though. Curse trying to get something. Cop chases in. There's Rude Prison. There's the first kill for Curse. Now, can they find any more? Vasilii running away. Now, IWillDominate gets caught out, though. And double buffs go to Xiao Xpecial gets caught up. And Exhaust might not be enough. A double kill for the TF. NoName trying to get away. That's not going to be it. Cop gets his second. And out they go.
Cop's cleaning up here. He's got the red buff. Xiao has doubles, though, and a 2-level advantage. Forces another flash.
Wow. LMQ 2 for 2 plus a dragon and double buffs and a Xiao.
Xiao wants to take this first game. He's got 3 kills. Going to be able to snowball this TF very effectively. Double buffs to work with as well. Wasn't rewarded in the Penta game, but man, he's making a good case once again. All right, let's see. They do finish the dragon, and the teleport comes in a little bit late, but honestly, it was worth it for that beautiful position they got on Ackerman and a great cocoon. Dominate takes a huge chunk here, and this is where they split. They want to chase down Ackerman here, and the 2 carries, Voyboy and Cop, go to the top side. Everyone else on Curse was so low, and NoName and XiaoWeiXiao wait inside this bush, and they strike, get 2 kills back for LMQ. Good pickup here from Curse, though, as soon as they were surprised. The rest of the team notified their carries to come back, and they clean up 1 more, getting that all-important red buff for Cop, and the second kill for Cop, which allows him to go for this early Xian here, on top of his mallet. Phage.
A little hammer. There's the ulti up on a Xiao. Cocoon misses, though. He's trying to run away. Windwall stops the gold card. 1 hit from dead, and picked up right there by Voyboy. Double buffs back on him. 3-3 the game.
They were able to reap the rewards there of the 3 kills as well. So they get a little bit of money back. Immediately going to attack Xiao, trying to keep him down. His gate was available as well, so they take that threat off of the field for a little bit. Voyboy also now has taken control of those double buffs. We'll see how long they last in this game. Already changing hands 3 times.
Theoretically, you can get him on every single champion in the game. If you balance them right.
If you keep on trading. And with the way this mid lane is going, it looks like there will be more action here. That fight over the vision around mid, crucial for both teams. As you can see, spending a lot of their resources there. Now, though, the top lane has shaken out. We will have standard lane matchups. Ruiz versus Lulu coming in on decently even footing. Ruiz with the makings of both his mana stacking items.
Yeah. And you're going to see him still do pretty nicely here. NoName as well did a great job of getting wards over in the jungle. Now Dominate is bypassing him towards the double golems, but that means then Elise is around to counter gank. And NoName might have to be careful. He's going to go for this one. Puts the hop in, kicks into the wall. Here comes with some bait, but here comes IWillDominate. Cocoon hits XiaoWeiXiao. The turret does well. They're forced to run, but Little puts him in turret range. That's the kill for Quas, and in comes Dominate for even more. He's got shield. He's got damage. LMQ forced to run away. Voyboy not quite in range.
Will they dive it? That is all he wants. They have to.
Oh my gosh. He wants it. When Wall forces the flash, now ackerman is very much going to die. Voyboy gets the second kill. And Curse turned that fight around beautifully.
What can they turn that into, though? They have control of top lane, but it's going to take so long for them to shove it in here. Quas goes up to shove. Voyboy half clears a pink ward and comes down for a blue support. No, they have the timing a little bit off on that blue respawn, so it's just a ward there. Pink ward still stands. They walk through a lot of pink wards here. They want to get the minions shoved before he goes to clear out all these pink wards. He didn't just walk by them all. Quas clears up the one top. Voyboy's going to clear this one mid. The sneaky one, though, there in that curved bush.
Yep.
Not very often checked. Definitely one of the value places to put one of those pink wards. High value. Because it's very much out of your way to check that as you go down. Everybody's really become accustomed to walking through the little pixel bush in the river. That they don't often check the little curved one. Cannon minion does go down. Voyboy shoved it into the turret quickly enough. And since he's Yasuo, doesn't need a blue buff, Dominate able to take his while XiaoWeiXiao is being handed off his blue.
So we're back to a 300 gold game. After all the craziness 14 minutes in, we've equalized basically all the gold here.
Well, it was such a great counter gank there by Dominate in the right place. Because this TF gank, the gate that they were putting so much pressure into stopping, it's going to go off at some point. And XiaoWeiXiao, LMQ, they use it top, but Curse actually turned that around. One of those judo moves, and they're able to take the aggressiveness of LMQ that we talked about in the pregame and turn it around against them.
You really see the difference in styles there. If Cloud9 were playing this game, they would have probably not ganked almost at all. They'd maybe group for a dragon fight when they thought their lanes could do it. They would have let ward control allow a mid laner or a top laner to go for a 1v1. But this risky style occasionally does get countered.
Right, it's that classic matchup that we went over between Curse and LMQ. How come Curse usually come out ahead in this one? They use all of these moves that LMQ are going for, and they turn around the momentum. Right now, though, it's tied up.
Oh, the stun hits on a NoName, 1/3 health, forced to ward hop away, but now he's still on the run. Q hit from Braum, kicks him back, ulti lands, and in comes Yasuo Voyboy.
Uh-oh.
Third kill of the game. Here comes the tidal wave, though, exhausting ackerman. The flank from XiaoWeiXiao, he does find Void-Dominate. One hit from dead, goes down to Vasilii. More flash over towards the dragon. Ackerman now on the road with exhaust on him, but the damage is not coming through in time. Finally, there we go. Curse finds some more. XiaoWeiXiao on the run after a shutdown. A lot of kills back and forth.
Woo! They are not afraid to fight either. This time it's Curse actually making the move to start this one off. Aggressiveness on their side. Catch out NoName, and the fight snowballs into everybody battling down in this red side. Once again, though, XiaoWeiXiao comes out with double buffs. He has gate available. Where will he use it next? Curse have to constantly be worrying about this issue. XiaoWeiXiao definitely going to be a big threat.
And he's got to have enough money for his Zonias at this point as well, which is going to make life even harder for a pretty physical heavy team on Team Curse. Now, that last battle was a 4 for 3 in Curse's favor, but XiaoWeiXiao got the 500 gold shutdown onto Voyboy. So they've been trading killing spree gold back and forth this game.
And it looks like he will be going with a very early arm guard here right after the Morellonomicon. Classic build against an AD assassin to get skip the Athenes. But gonna go straight into that arm guard next. Dragon going down here. Everybody's here. Should be a party.
This is gonna be fun. Xpecial puts the slowdown. Cards come out, and that's gonna be Dominate securing the dragon here for Curse. 1,200 gold lead now for these guys.
Such a good job of Curse to jump on the objective before LMQ can get there. Very, very quickly played. They didn't even clear out the ward. They have the pink ward down, so they knew the vision was there, but they burned down the dragon. Get it just in time. No answer from LMQ because Xiao, though he had gate available, without his Zhonya's actually completed, very, very, very risky for him to actually try that move and go in there. So he holds on to it. LMQ show a little bit of restraint.
Uncharacteristic.
And they don't give away the extra kills around Dragon. Good for them. Now it's completed though, so if that scenario repeats itself, Xiao will probably be first in there.
Absolutely. Sorkshu's on 2, which means he's going to do even more damage to someone like Quas or Cop there. Likely to be his primary targets.
Another very important thing to watch in these team fights are the exhaust cooldowns. Exhaust, such a ridiculously strong team fighting summoner spell here. And Curse have 2 of them. They have the exhaust advantage here because Xiao on Twisted Fate goes double mobility summoners. Voyboy bringing an extra one. We'll see who they decide to shut down. Anytime you get someone teleporting in early, we saw when Ackerman's in the middle, immediate exhaust comes down and they focus that target. People often forget about the reduction in resistances, armor and magic resist that it does apply as well. Helps you focus someone down.
So now we got to see what the game plan is. Curse and LMQ both yet to kill a turret 18 minutes in. They fought 2 dragon battles, 1 gone each way. And I feel like as soon as a game starts getting stretched out, TF has a much easier time of finding kills.
And I think
is so short, it's harder.
Yeah, and I think that situation with all of the outer turrets still being up has been part of the reason we haven't seen the Vasilii plus Xiao roam after the first failed attempt top.
Yeah.
They really haven't gone for another of those ambush and Twisted Fate gate ganks. But he does have his Blade of the Ruined King finish. Whoa, good ward there by Xpecial. Going to see out the entire team.
They are contesting this blue buff right here. He'll come out for more.
They see Vasilii down bottom here, so Curse should have the confidence to actually take this and collapse. 4 wards in that bush. They're also going to gain control of the blue.
NoName gets the Q. Not going to be enough. Looks like blue went to Cop there. And Curse starting the jungle invades.
That's so impressive that Curse were still able to hand that off to Cop. I mean, Cop obviously is the person they want all of the blue buffs on. They want to feed as many to him as possible because they're running Yasuo, who is one of the worst, actually the worst champion at scaling with cooldown reduction.
Yep.
And Corki is one of the best AD carries to have that on, especially mid-game when he has this huge power spike of the Trinity Force and he almost is level 11 for that level 2 rockets.
Oh, man.
Blue buff plus level 2 rockets is a ridiculous amount of poke damage for Curse. He's got the spell penetration on the boots, so he's perfectly poised to take advantage of this as soon as he can hit that level 11.
Absolutely. It's going to be pretty fearsome. Vasilii still trying to power up, has Ruined King and a Brutalizer, but we haven't seen him get to play Assassin very much just yet. And as the map does open up with Curse having 2 turret kills, I want to see if someone manages to overextend, but so far Curse have been very patient in playing around TF plus Twitch. They've not overextended almost at all, and if they have, it's been a bait for a counter gank.
And Curse actually not opting to go siege up on bottom. It is very low right now, and they do, like we said, have blue buff Corki very close to level 11. It would provide a lot of poke, very good siege from this team. Especially with Lulu and Elise. Okay, Xpecial is going to be protection here from Cop, but he's on the wrong side of the wall.
The flash gold card lands. Cop's going to go down right away. Look at that by LMQ.
Xpecial was lying in wait to help out Cop if something crazy happened. But LMQ, they've got this Twitch and TF combo. You can't even be 400 or 500 units away from your target that you want to try and help out. Xpecial sadly on the wrong side of that cliff, and LMQ come out with the big pick. They do burn the flash from Xiao though, offensively, and I think Ghost was burned at the exact same time. So yeah. Xiao burned everything on that. It was a key pick for them though, because they also got the turret right after. LMQ get their first influx of global gold from a turret killed.
And honestly, Cop lost his summoners too, so it's not like it's even that bad of a summoner spell trade. And suddenly, Cop's got to be so much more afraid. The sieges are more difficult. Voyboy's been on split push duty, which means that basically their best champion against TF, because of the win wall, is often not going to be around their team.
Well, we'll see. They've got 2 walls. As we just saw, though, if Xpecial's not in place as well,
that's true. That's true.
Then it's going to be hard for them. And the thing is, the TF gate also gives you complete vision, so it gives them the confidence to go for those aggressive plays. That's why I like TF on LMQ, because it does give them the extra confidence to go through with some of these calls that they're going for. And by the way, you mentioned that Cop burned his summoners. Quas also canceled his teleport, so that was another sort of half summoner they got out of it from the aggressive move from LMQ. Did pay off this time. Let's see about the Dragon, though.
Exactly. You're seeing the payoff of that teleport because Ackerman gets to stay top lane, probably kill this turret by the time Dragon is started, and Quas has to be with the team to even have a chance of getting this objective.
Exactly. But Curse have not shown that they will not hesitate to jump on this Dragon. They try and burn it down last time. They're going for it again. LMQ have to make their move quickly. Curse trying to leash it out to the backside so that Xian can't get in there. Now they have a ward, though. Xian has flash as well. NoName can go for this steal.
Here's the TP for Ackerman. Oh, the Q misses from NoName. Can he ward hop in? Doesn't get the smite. Dominate gets that one.
Doesn't want to use his flash to get out.
Well, Ackerman already TP'd down. Cocoon's going to land. Voyboy on the flank. They kind of want this battle. There's the wind wall as well. More forces tidal wave across. Gets 3. Good damage coming across. NoName still on the flank, but can't land the spells. Xpecial is locked up, though. He will go down. Vasilii claims the kill for this one. Top lane turret went down to minions in the meantime. All for a Dragon.
So Dragon for Curse, but they sacrifice Xpecial all to the middle of the LMQ squad. 2 turrets.
Wow.
They get mid as well. So big cleanup here for LMQ, even on gold after that mid battle. Let's see if they can press anything. Xpecial's coming up in 5 seconds, though. Extra vision inside blue side, maybe.
And the bot lane turret does to minions as well, though. So those 2 outers on the sides trade out. Ends up being mid turret plus a kill versus Dragon, basically.
Minions claiming the global gold for both of those. They will be coming down the lanes with gold chains now.
Do they all get the gold or just like that wave?
I think it's just 1, and he spends it all on a gold chain and gold tooth. It's just the front guy.
Oh my gosh, NoName gets caught in a rush out of nowhere. Voyboy flashes and looks for more, but a good defensive flash keeps the Nami safe. Curse already pulling out the tricks here.
Well, they're going towards Baron here, and they have double pink ward coverage of it. Triple pink ward coverage. They're going to force a really early fight here. Can they even bait in LMQ, though? They've got a gate.
They're trying. Yep, there's the Destiny. And it looks like they are not destined to base check, but Curse go hit this one. Damage comes through in full vision.
Wall number 1's been used. No wind wall for the fight.
Braum ulti comes across, dealing good damage. Looks like ulti did hit a couple of guys here, but not much is being gained so far. Now Ackerman taking a lot of damage. Xpecial forced away at 100 health. Vasilii claims the first 2 kills of the fight. The red card actually hits some spiderlings for some more money, but great fight for LMQ.
Ooh, and it's Curse who actually decided to force everything. Gate triggered them, and they kind of took it as a challenge, and they went to go immediately start the Baron to force LMQ through this sort of narrow corridor. But then they end up running through that deadly jungle corridor against the Twitch team with TF. So much lion damage there. They get obliterated. LMQ now pick up the Baron fight, and they're all low.
Cop's doing plenty of damage there, and it forces LMQ away. The rain from Baron saying, yep, wouldn't be Seattle without a bunch of rain in the Baron pit. And here is Curse holding themselves alive, still 300 gold up.
It's pretty early in the game to go for those Barons. He does a significant amount. Okay, so they rush in on Ackerman. That's why they sort of baited themselves into this corridor. But now they kite him back in. Whole bunch of line damage. Wildcard hits everybody. Ackerman on the outside, keeping them funneled in. And Vasilii goes off on the team.
Yeah, they spent so much engage on a tanky Rise. Exactly the wrong target there. I'm not sure how much vision Curse had to know who else could have been knocked up by the flash Glacial Fissure, but Rise is not the right guy for that.
All right, 10-10, even on gold. This game balancing on a nice edge. Let's see who will make the next move. XiaoWeiXiao's gate coming back up very, very soon. And as we said, he went for the early Zanya, so we may see some initiations from him. Vasilii also, the map has been opened up for those Twitch ganks. But you really have to be cautious at this point in the game when playing against the Twitch about those ambushes. Wow, they really want control of that bush. Gonna take 10 hits for Curse to be able to take it out.
Yeah, they run out of vision, so that's gonna stay for LMQ right here. Now Vasilii has been getting all the kills recently.
That ward is just barely out of pink ward vision, I guess, for that pixel bush.
Wow, they missed that one as well.
Used too.
Here comes LMQ, tidal wave blocked by Xpecial. Wind wall also down though, which means Twitch can deal plenty here.
They got to back off. No walls. The walls are crucial to their team fight.
Cobb's not in a great spot, has to flash away, but burns the ulti from XiaoWeiXiao.
Taking the wrong route there does cost him. Very important summoner spell for Cop. But yeah, that's something that you do want to keep your eye on, the stacking of walls from Curse, because those are crucial to zoning out that Twitch. They can actually win fights in corridors if they're able to stack their walls up and block a lot of that damage from Twitch and Twisted Fate. But they really have to be on point, because if you miss one,
well, you've got to coordinate it.
Then you'll be obliterated.
One gets the tidal wave, one gets spray and pray. And they're not. They were both blocking the tidal wave. Vasilii was going to be like, all right, well, this is free next time we fight here. And that coordination mishap is not a good thing for Curse here.
I mean, yeah, they have the tools to deal with all this long-range damage here from LMQ, but they have to be careful how they use them. As we said, they also have to be careful of the ambushes, so we'll probably see a lot more hand-holding and group movements from Curse running around this map, because they do not have a lot of extra vision to place down in their jungle. They have to spend so much of that money for vision around Baron.
And of course, LMQ still has the ability to say, you know what, just press R in case the words even lapse, making it so hard for Curse to properly black out the map.
Well, it looks like they're going to huddle up for this dragon once again. Position here for Cop is a little bit extreme on the bottom side. Ackerman threatening to zone him out, but Cop takes the safe way around. We'll run into that pink ward in their jungle as well.
And Destiny's back up, plus distortion boots are done for Ackerman as well as XiaoWeiXiao. They are so mobile.
The key here for Curse is the initiation. Who are they going to get in for the knockup for Voyboy? Wall number 1 blocked, 2 used though.
Again, they use double wall. Pick up though, Dominate gets the dragon. Now can he get away? Repels up in the air, LMQ waiting for him. Big damage, but it's going to be some nice knockups there. Can they find much? It's order to kill to Dominate. One traded back by Cop though. Out goes Xpecial, 2 for 1 to LMQ, and they are still chasing Quas Rune Prison now as well. XiaoWeiXiao the ghost, the flash, and they find Quas, they find the damage. 3-1 LMQ for Dragon. And Vasilii's not even done. Cop's gonna get slowed down. Vasilii's not gonna chase though.
So there's a minion wave down bottom pushing for LMQ as well. They've got presence mid lane. They can get a lot of damage here onto a turret, but they swing for Baron. No vision left for Curse, and LMQ gonna make an early Baron call here. It looks like they've got complete control, and no one from Curse makes their way over.
But both junglers are dead.
Big
if Curse
pickup.
did check, they could steal.
They don't have anything to get over that wall though. There's no rockets from Cop to come. Good call from LMQ. They see the threats from Curse back off.
Wow,
Safely
nicely done.
picked up Baron.
Well, great Dragon steal from IWillDominate, but the team fight meant Baron.
So they got the Dragon, they got both walls used so that then they could poke down, dominate from a safe distance. Vasilii, by the way, does not open up until the last second here. Immediately, Curse do a good job. They jump on him, they Yasuo ult him, and they exhaust him, but it's not enough because Ackerman and XiaoWeiXiao from the side constantly dealing out the AP damage, and they take apart Curse from that bottom side.
There's just so much persistent damage coming out, and again, Twitch being untouched and unwalled is just brutal for Curse.
Dominate there, getting chunked down early, also wasn't able to add a whole lot. Had to run and be on the defensive there. So missing out the cocoon, much needed for them as well. They're only down 2,000 gold though.
Yeah.
So they still can easily rally, go back to that defensive style, and try and prey on an LMQ tower dive. Because if you tower dive against Braum and Yasuo and they wall you off inside turret damage, then Curse can very easily turn around another one of these team fights. We'll see though, Baron buff on LMQ. How much confidence will it give them?
Even NoName has the buff there, so we respawned in time, so every member on that team wears it. It's worth a good, I forget if it's like 6,000 gold worth of stats. I think it's the right number, but bottom lane tier 2 now under fire. Curse, not everyone's here to defend though. I don't know how much they're gonna get. Good wind wall is gonna actually stop this entirely. 0 damage dealt to that turret.
Just keep track of the cooldown on that wind wall. He's got 10 more seconds, should be ready for the next wave easily. Xpecial still holding on to his as well. Ackerman makes the call to split here. Now, he has teleport, so if Curse go aggressive and they try and force it onto LMQ, then he can teleport in. But otherwise, he can just stay mid and keep that pressure up on the mid turret, force Curse to split their resources.
And look at this, Ackerman is going to put pressure down in this mid lane. Top lane does have somewhere to go as well, but
Quas has to teleport too.
Yeah. LMQ rather play it a little bit closer together here.
They know the dangers of tower diving this team.
Oh yeah.
And they're not overextending.
The damage is so easily blocked, and there's a lot of CC available. One bad move from ulti or Lulu ulti.
This is a good call to switch though, because Twisted Fate can clear a wave much quicker than Ackerman, and he can also do a lot more damage to a turret if he gets left alone with it. So they switch Twisted Fate over to be the split pusher, who actually has a much quicker way to join the fight.
Yeah. He's also actually going to make headway finally.
Look at
so
Ackerman
hard.
threatening to flash over. That would be ridiculous.
Q comes across though. Says, hey, there's a ward over there. Kills it. But it's also so hard for Twitch to hit turrets. He has such poor escape mechanics.
Yeah, it's always the problem that we see. Anytime you open up from ambush around a turret, he's very vulnerable, especially to something like a Yasuo combo. And Corki has plenty of damage at this point he can dump out. Full AD stacked here for Cop along with the Trinity Force.
Alright. Well, that is finally a turret picked up. Thanks to their Baron buff and the siege power, LMQ slowly growing this lead, now 3,500 gold ahead. And they're holding vision pretty nicely around this turret as well. They don't quite want to go for a dive or a flank, but they are trying to slowly chip this down. Good wind wall again. Vasilii respecting the tornado.
Yep. You can see actually, want to track the damage done to this turret because Moore is getting more auto attacks in than Vasilii on that Nami, who is also vulnerable by the way.
Yeah.
Nami's a target, but that would be a poor thing to use all of your initiation on if you're cursed. So they don't want to get baited by Moore, who's sitting out there hitting this turret, trying to draw some ultimates.
Uh-oh. They try though. Voyboy takes some damage there. XiaoWeiXiao is poking from the wings. I like this position. He just throws the wild cards out and deals damage slowly over time. Finally, LMQ just tank it up. The turret goes down. And they actually forced Voyboy's flash just by walking at him with Ackerman.
A lot gained here for LMQ. Very carefully played split right there to get 2 towers out of that Baron buff. Definitely going to do a lot for them because Curse, they have got some key items for themselves. You know, they've got that much needed magic resistance aura from Dominate. And as we said, a lot of flat AD being stacked there for Cop for that very powerful mid game. LMQ with a pretty strong lead here though, and adding Dragon on top of that would really push them over the edge.
They're really playing it smart. Now it's interesting, Dragon is coming up in 4 seconds. They didn't quite grab that top ward.
Yeah, well, the sweepers, they only reveal things that are invisible. So the pink wards actually, you have to walk in there to see it.
Cocoon comes out, they spot NoName. Looks like this is actually a battle that Curse might want. Bubble hits 2. NoName forced back, knockup will not land. Here comes Tidal Wave. Only catches Voyboy. In comes NoName, kicks him across the team. That is a massive knockup, and in they go. NoName forced run away, though. He takes a lot of pain as well. Moore still in the mix. Vasilii exhausted up. Finally gets some damage down onto Xpecial, who takes shields and survives. NoName falls 1 for 0. The ulti on towards Ackerman. Can they pick up the ride? Oh! Trades his life, and the kill for XiaoWeiXiao as well. Looks like a 2 for 2 so far. Xpecial, though, trying to push back XiaoWeiXiao. Voyboy on the chase. Knockup does not quite land. Ulti's done anyway, flash in. Dominate gets a cocoon. Vasilii gonna lose all of his health bar. That's the kill for Dominate. 3-2 for Curse.
On the bottom side, XiaoWeiXiao is wrecking, and he's now having to run away from Xpecial. Curse splitting up. They're gonna take the Dragon after this, but Voyboy's on the chase. He doesn't want Moore to let get away.
Moore guessed wrong, but a good bubble. Can he land any more slows? No. There's the dash in for Voy. 1 hit from dead. There it is. Nicely done, Voyboy. 4-2 for Curse.
And XiaoWeiXiao still doing his part, forces them off the Dragon once again. Curse do not clean up the objective after the kill. They definitely did come out ahead in the fight though. Started off with a lot of damage being dumped down onto NoName. All right, so let's watch actually the pick here. So Cocoon lands, good vision inside the bush. They take him down to half before it even starts. Good call by Curse to immediately pull off Dragon and kite back the Nami wave. Dominate ends up getting clipped, and here's the wall onto XiaoWeiXiao. So Vasilii, the initial shots from his spray do go through, but then he changes targets. Immediately gets exhausted after that, so they avoid a lot of that spray damage. Quas goes down to Ackerman on the side because Ackerman flashes over the wall, but here's the regroup. Xpecial chases XiaoWeiXiao off himself, and Dominate goes for this beautiful flash cocoon.
And all that was basically XiaoWeiXiao and Vasilii being walled off by Xpecial and Voyboy. Excellent play there. They nullified the big damage dealers. Ackerman was actually stuck flanking the whole time. His TP was way behind the enemy team.
Yeah, even though Voyboy used his first wind wall to wall off XiaoWeiXiao, Vasilii, since Dominate moved over to the wall, two of his shots were also blocked by it. And then Xpecial dumped the exhaust onto him. So Curse played that one fairly well, even though Ackerman was able to still get in there, grab that extra kill on Quas. As you can see, Curse, they're slowly working their way back here. Nice sneaky dragon to pick that up safely from them. That will further add to this decline in gold difference that you can see on the graph.
And they got it back down to 2,000 here. Oh no, Quas, he's gonna get the knockup onto XiaoWeiXiao, but he's one hit from dead. Ghost versus Whimsy, shield comes on. Red card Lich Bane is enough. XiaoWeiXiao gets the solo kill.
For the extra damage there. Confident play from XiaoWeiXiao, rewarded. And man, they don't even have any vision on that side, just using the gate vision to confidently go for that single kill. Voyboy gets caught out now though.
Prison overload hits as well. LMQ still forcing him away. It is a 5v4 for 30 seconds. Out goes Curse. Now LMQ do have decent vision over there. They want to fight Vasilii. Caught out and down he goes to Cop. Ackerman forced to run. There's the ulti in from Xpecial. They get XiaoWeiXiao with it. He is still slowed. He is exhausted. The Q lands for Xpecial as well. Gold card on a Void. That might force Curse to stop chasing, but they want to keep going. Wind wall used as well. No more damage taken. Good word control back. Xpecial got to be careful. He overextends, goes down to NoName.
A couple of overextensions here. Vasilii, I don't know if that was hubris or he did not think that everyone was in that bush. Very dangerous for him to open up against this team, as we said, with Yasuo. Can easily jump right on him. But Xpecial gives one back, and now they can jump on Dominate. Gate back up.
Wow, out goes Dominate. Quas wants to help. XiaoWeiXiao pops the Zonians, but here comes Cop. He's going to trade his life for that one, and Curse want to keep fighting. Can they get NoName? He's losing all of his health bars, and yes, they can. A double kill for Cop. Curse back in this.
But exactly, the champion that LMQ just killed was the jungler. No jungler for Curse. They can't get anything because, whoa, they're gonna do it, what the? All right, they're gonna three-man Baron, never mind.
Well, NoName's dead anyway, so it's just up to the damage output. Ackerman wants to stop them here, and honestly more, losing so much health.
They got him!
Another one, they get the knockup, and Ackerman's gonna go down too, and suddenly Curse are in complete control.
The three-man Baron pays off huge, 2 more kills, and they're gonna burn it down. Curse to make the revival here. Skirmishes inside the red buff.
And there it is. There's Curse's first Baron. And they're up 2 kills for the first time in a while, up 700 gold.
They're also up in the gold lead here. This is the aggressive plays of LMQ. Curse turned it around on them once again. Dominate coming in. Oh, actually Dominate was not there. There was the teleport from Quas. They 3-man turned it around. This is the strongest point for Cop on Corki. Double buffs. 3 items completed for him, and they scare him off. Then they go for the Baron, of course. This play by them, actually, great job bringing in LMQ. And Voyboy goes back to Baron to charge up his stun here. As soon as he got the knockup proc, turns around, uses it on Ackerman to catch him and take the extra kill.
Ackerman flashed after the tornado hit him. You could have actually dodged CC and bought more time, but didn't expect to get hit by that skill shot.
Always got to flash in a crooked trajectory. Straight lines against skill shots. Not the best.
Oh, NoName gets stunned up, but he's fairly safe. Dominate claims the big Wraith. And a couple of ward kills, so Curse now in control. Now, when LMQ had Baron, they got 2 turrets for it. And they grew a gold lead to about 5,000. Now, Curse are on a 700 gold lead. What can they get from Baron?
Well, they're going to siege up bottom here. As we said, Corki does provide a lot of poke in these. You also have to watch out for the cocoons and the glitter lances here from the back line of Curse. They have a lot of long-range damage. One wind wall does get them a good chunk of damage onto that turret.
I'm surprised there's actually no ping boards at all watching the flanks from Curse. Not that a Twitch flank would be necessarily that strong, but
yeah,
just the risk of it.
That would be terrible, actually, if Vasilii decided to go for that, because 2 walls on the team, if he gets caught on the wrong side, definitely going to be bad news for LMQ. He comes in, though, in the back. As you can see, Vasilii is constantly waiting off in the wings, out of vision range of Curse, so it's always 4 people that Curse are looking at, and they're never quite sure where the Twitch's position is, which is the main advantage that you want to take when you are Twitch. Low mobility, but he does have the surprise advantage.
And they take away the red buff plus 1 turret so far, and Curse going to keep moving forward. Still a minute and a half on the Baron here. And that means they can actually take Dragon during the Baron buff's lifetime as well. Mid tier 2 taking a whole bunch of damage. You can see how much less fearful is Curse is. You just kind of walk up and say, yeah, we'll win while you're damaged, no big deal. So much easier for Curse to siege with this comp.
Yeah, Yasuo is great in defensive and offensive sieges. Able to zone out most of the threat from LMQ. Really the only dangerous thing they have to worry about is Rune Prison, which can get over it, and that would put Ackerman in a dangerous spot, so he's not going for those. Curse already with 2 turrets off of this Baron buff, looking to make it 3.
And all 3 tier 1s and tier 2s are going to be going down there. Curse hold a turret lead once again in this game, and they grew that gold lead quite nicely, now up more than 3,000 here. Maybe the inhibitor's under fire. 30 seconds left in the Baron buff, 1 wave left basically.
Guardian Angel on Voyboy. Let's see how deep he goes with this. It provides so much extra power for your team for that single team fight before it gets burned. And that might be all that Curse needs. This game has been so close, so back and forth with so many skirmishes. If they can take 1 big team fight off of this Guardian Angel, if LMQ decide to extend too deep and test this Dragon, then Curse can actually run it in. We are getting towards those very long death timers.
Yeah,
if you're not checking,
4 minutes and a good Queen Dragon. Notice they all walked, they're all on the same screen at the same time, realizing how scary TF and Twitch could be.
Well, as you say that, though, spread out.
They split up. This is a little bit of a risk. And they group back up. TF going to be over on towards Quas. Good damage comes across, as does a Cocoon. And the battle's going to begin. XiaoWeiXiao kites back to the side, and they get the kill on the NoName. More taking damage as well. He does actually stay alive, though. Dominate now off on the side. Vasilii tries, but can't do it. A whole bunch of kills come in for Cop, and Curse keep winning fights.
Ooh, another deep move for LMQ, and Curse were just close enough together to be able to regroup. They're still chasing XiaoWeiXiao, I think, down here. No, it's Ackerman in the bush. He's running for the hills.
XiaoWeiXiao got out. Ackerman definitely not going to. Cop is still pushing mid at the same time. They will definitely take this rise down, and now Curse can keep the push going. Only 1 man alive as Dominate and Cop go for the base.
Inhibitor turret will go down here. Dominate extremely low, though. Does have to worry about another wild card.
Oh, Cop goes in. XiaoWeiXiao has the Zonias.
Immediately
the perfect QSS, and there's the kill for Quas. 15 seconds of free time in the base.
Looks like that's going to be at least an inhibitor. They're going to end this game, Freak. Next surge in their eyes.
There's no minions for themselves, though. It's just Quas trying to tank it. We've got Nami up right now. Lee Sin comes up in 3. They will get 1 turret so far. Here comes the wave. More tries to defend. Can they do it with NoName? But the rest of Curse have shown up. That's turret number 2. That's the Nexus in the best of 5 for Worlds. Curse wins game 1.
Huge boost there for Curse to start this series off with a win, turning around their momentum from the last crushing losses at the hands of Cloud9. This is going to be a huge boost to them. And LMQ, they're no strangers to long best of 5s, though.
True.
So one defeat for them is not going to get them down. As we said, it fired them up. We saw the passion in Vasilii's face, in XiaoWeiXiao's face. Yeah. They're going to take this as a challenge.
I think Curse, though, is such a snowball-y team, like more of an avalanche here, because once they start winning, they just get hyped up. And I feel like as long as they don't go over-aggressive and make dumb plays, they're just going to be on fire this
That's the thing in this series. Getting hyped up can be a detriment, as we've seen, because the good plays from these teams were in the mid-game, like when the teams were actually being defensive. But then a couple of really aggressive moves from both sides that did end up costing them. So many skirmishes in red side jungles, back and forth, but Curse are able to make it count. And they do pick up that last pick to grab Baron. The 3-man, no jungle Baron initiation really paid off for them, netting them 2 more kills, and then they still got the objective.
Yeah, and that was honestly so clean once Curse did have the real lead. We've seen Dragon fights kind of go back and forth. I think back to Curse's game 1 against C9, that was just a crushing defeat off of a bad Dragon call, but they keep sort of being willing to push for objectives and say, we'll 5-on-5 you afterwards, we'll see who wins, and it's just one of the two of them every single time, and you kind of never know. It's going to be a fun series, guys. Now, of course, we're looking for your favorite hashtag LCS big plays today. Remember to share them with us by tweeting at LOL Esports. Let us know what's awesome, because they're a whole bunch of fun to watch. But now to break down the action, let's send it over to our guys at the analyst desk.
Thanks, Freak. And guys, this was the Curse team that we were looking for yesterday. What was the turnaround?
I think it was team composition. I think they sucked yesterday in terms of their drafting, and today they brought it together. I really think forcing a Yasuo composition and playing to their strengths, their win conditions, is exactly what they did today, and that's what they needed to do yesterday. Because Curse's edge against all these other teams is their pick ban phase. You have to like ban Tristana against them. They banned it themselves, but you also have to take into consideration what Quas plays top and split pushes with, what Voyboy's deep champion pool brings to the table. So that's what they need to play at in Champions League, and they didn't do that yesterday. Today, they started off strong.
And they came out swinging, which is very important for them to not be down in the dumps. You know, they came out aggressive, and they matched LMQ's aggression. So probably talk to me about having, in this match, I mean, the number of fights that broke out, all the brawling that happened, and having 2 hyper-aggressive teams now.
Yeah, I thought it was really fun because both teams kind of wanted to fight. The only thing was LMQ wanted to fight with Twitch opening up on someone, and then Curse wanted to fight by just, running at their faces. So it was really fun to see, who's going to get to engage here. And I think the problem with that game was LMQ got to engage, but it was normally off of a TF ult, which didn't really leave Twitch in a good position because they had Yasuo, they had Braum, so they had a lot of ways to stop Twitch ult if they wanted to, and that kind of, I think, threw off their team fight.
Yeah, the Twisted Fate was really their only source of engage that they could have used there. Nami was also the other one that they could back it up with, but like you said, Wind Wall and Unbreakable, they had to play around that, but also Curse did a really good job on their side of playing around the pick of Twitch and TF.
Yeah, the double Wind Wall is definitely tough to play around. They did have a couple engages by NoName with Lee Sin kicks, things like that. We were mentioning that his Lee Sin play seems to have leveled up. We never really noticed through the season much of it, and then all of a sudden, I mean, he was all over the place this game.
Yeah, his Lee Sin leveled up, but his shot calling, if everybody on LMQ is following that shot calling, I am not a fan of that at all because they are picking the wrong fights. You pick a fight where you traded 80 carry Vasilii for support on the other side, Xpecial, and then you still pick that fight. I don't know what's up with LMQ right now, but they do not seem like their normal selves.
All right, let's look at a couple of the early fights, and then we'll get into kind of the way the game played out. We're going to go 12 minutes into the game in the top lane, where LMQ chooses to, dive over aggressively, and Curse turns it around. Probably I'm going to let you take this one away as we pull it up on the screen here.
Okay, so this was, they're just looking for a TF gank, and they want a 3v1 dive. And we can go ahead and roll the clip. So right now, TF ults, and they see Elise, but I think they're too tunneled on Quas right now. So they actually port underneath the turret, and the cocoon was perfect. If that didn't get hit, I think they would have been able to walk out, but the cocoon hits, Quas gets a Q, and now XiaoWeiXiao is tanking the turret. And after this, he just starts falling. And if you want to fast forward a tiny bit, the best part comes in a second. If you look at the minimap, Voyboy is coming in, and this is some perfect professional level foresight. So he's running directly down. He doesn't want to get through lane. And he flashes over this wall, if you can see it right there, because he knows he can close this gap and be able to dive them. Luckily, NoName is able to get out of this, but Ackerman's just left underneath the turret. Dominate does a nice little tank for him, and Voyboy cleans up the fight.
Flashes the wind wall.
I love the flash wind wall. I mean, to be fair, he probably would have dashed to him if he hadn't flashed there. But 2 easy pickups there for Curse, and that kind of, I feel like, gave him that a little bit of surge of confidence there to keep them back in the game. We're going to jump right into our second replay, 15 minutes into the game, so it's not much longer. Probably going to let you take this one away too. We're in LMQ's red side jungle here.
Okay, so this starts off with NoName, kind of running into Dominate, and Dominate's very far ahead of NoName at this point. So we can go ahead and roll it. Dominate is just, he sees the level discrepancy and he just goes for a fight. And right now, it just almost hubris, almost tunneling. They just want to get this kill, but they don't really take into account the position of the rest of LMQ. So right now, they're able to burn 2 ults to get NoName. But if you watch LMQ, they're collapsing on this, and they get a great TP up. Windwall's down, or Windwall wasn't up by then, so Moore gets a nice Nami ult in there, and now they're just waiting to clean up the fight because all their ults are down on Curse's side. Voyboy goes in and try to clean up some stuff, but then again, still no ult. XiaoWeiXiao is able to come behind the back and just start getting stuns off. At this point, it's just Curse trying to pick up something because the fight was lost. But then, boom, Cop does his aggressive play and starts coming over the wall and ends up carrying the fight.
Cop is much more aggressive as of late. I've been noticing the Valkyrie over the wall and then the flashback into the fight. And on Corki, he's usually in that almost melee range.
Yeah, he's hungry for blood, to say the least. So as the game continued, we saw LMQ pick up a decent lead through a couple more fights and an early Baron for themselves. But they couldn't close out the game. I feel like at one point in the game, you ask anybody, they would have said LMQ, if they play the map correctly and play their gold lead correctly, that they would have closed that game out. So what went wrong in the execution?
They picked fights they shouldn't have picked. Just flat out, they were in the wrong place at the wrong time. They would be like, all right, we picked one off, but we traded 1-for-1. It wasn't the right 1-for-1 we were looking for, and they just didn't play to their win conditions there. And the Voyboy was on point with his win walls during the second half of the game.
All right, so probably final question here. Which of the players on LMQ need to kind of temper that, I guess, a trigger-happy, sense of self in order to make sure that when they do secure a lead, maybe in this next game, that they can follow through on it?
I think Vasilii needs to at least communicate. He was playing Twitch that game against a Braum and a Yasuo, which are both pretty big counters to Twitch in a way. So Vasilii either needs to communicate, hey guys, we can't fight this unless I say it's okay, because he would just get nullified in these fights. So I think if he ups his communication and knows what he needs and tells his team that, they can just work around that and they'll be able to clean up fights better.
All right, and a little factoid there just to drop at the end here is that Cop actually tied his career high. 4 kills at 14. So congratulations. That points to that aggression that you were speaking of there, Irene. We'll see if he can continue to wear those carry pants through the rest of the series. But based on Game 1, it looks like we're in for an exciting one at that. And after the break, we'll jump into Game 2 between Curse and LMQ. The North American Summer Playoffs continue after this.